Hey, so today we're out here at a client's house, and as you can see, we've got a little bit of a situation here. We've got a bare area right here under a fence, and this is normal for this type of yard because the gate is typically not all the way open. And a lot of times people walk through, so there's a lot of foot traffic right here. This particular client has centipede. Centipede, in this case, doesn't like a lot of foot traffic. And so we wanted to talk to you about how to cut it in and how to install the sod in this particular situation. Now, obviously, as you can see, this is not a location that we're actually installing sod, but this gives you the concepts and the components to it. As you can see, this gate is very close to the ground. Now, what we find a lot of times when we go to people's houses, they take sod, and we've got a piece here from our local grower, and they'll throw it down. They'll just stick it in there like that. There's two problems with this. One is you can see, well, and you can't open the gate all the way. And then number two is you can see the difference in the height here. So when the homeowner comes out here and mows this grass, what we're going to see is we're going to see that the grass, this new grass is going to get scalped. Once that grass gets scalped enough times, it's actually going to die. And then you're going to go, well, I don't understand why that grass continues to die in regards to that area. So that is exactly the reason. So what we need to do here is in this particular situation is we're going to actually come in here and we're going to need to move that side out of the way, and we're going to dig this area down. And what we want to do is we want to dig it down far enough that when we put the new grass in, it's at the same height. So what we would do is take a straight pointed shovel and we would dig this out in a square and then get that dirt out of there, fill in the hole, and then put that new sod in. Making sure that in this particular scenario that when we do that, that the sod goes under the gate. We see it a lot of times where people put that sod there and then the gate doesn't open. You want to make sure that you've got a good distance in that. You can do that a couple of different ways. One is you can dig down. You say, well, if I dig down, there's going to be a bowl there. In this particular case, you see the bottom of the gate is actually lower on this side than on this side. So another option in this particular scenario is raise this gate up, adjust the hinges, pull the gate up a little bit, and then that way it gives you a little bit more ground clearance to get that sod in there. And then when you put in the sod, try to square it off the best you can. So when sod comes, it comes in squares, and so you want to be able to kind of square it off. It makes it look a little nicer, a little bit cleaner. But make sure that sod, when you put it in and you get it in there, you get it all situated, that you don't have the roots exposed on the sides. Those roots exposed on the sides will not allow the roots to go in the ground, but what it'll also do is it'll cause it to dry out in that scenario as well. Obviously, in this spot, we would cut this out. We would dig it down just a little bit. We would prep the soil with a little bit of digging, a little bit of tilling, and then we would lay the new sod on it, and then we would tamp it down or roll it, depending on the location. And then you could come in and put sand around the edges of the area to help it grow into the other. Big things here, make sure that the sod is the same height as the surrounding area. So if you have any questions or you just want to know a little bit more about how to put sod in, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help. Shoot us an email, check us out on YouTube and Facebook as well. We have a bunch of videos out there that show different ways of doing different landscape projects.